So I got some of this weird wire left over from another job that I've been doing, and so I've tied all of my cucumbers and my tomato plants up. So there's tomatoes in between the cucumbers, and each of the wires is tied to a tomato plant, so it'll train it up onto this onto this wire grid, which goes up to nearly the ceiling. And so the cucumbers will grow up, and I can train them, and then I can take off any shoots and suckers and that, which will put the energy into growing the actual cucumbers. And the same with the tomatoes, and I might actually wire the rest of the tomatoes up. I've got to do some pinching out. Some of them are in pots and they're wired up as well and tied into place. There's this one here that's more of like a bush one, and it's got sweet potatoes in the bottom, and there's some with melons in. I planted the other some corn on the cob and a couple of courgettes out of some of the pots, and some tomatoes and watermelons and two sorts of sweet potatoes straight into the ground. And I've got two lots of tomatoes. One's got a row of corn on the cob and aubergines in there, and lots of different varieties of tomatoes. Anyway, that's what I've been doing today in the polytunnel, putting these wires up so that the cucumbers can grow up some sort of a trellis. So there we go. I'll just bring you along and show you. I'm just going to do a quick show you of with the tomatoes. See in there, that tomato's got like a little shoot coming out. Now if you take it off, these are indeterminate tomatoes, and the tomato plant will continue to grow straight up. There's another one there, you see in between. Just take that off like that, little tomato, and the tomato plant will keep growing straight up, and so it will produce lots of tomatoes. Anyway, just thought I'd bring you along and show you how to pinch out tomato plants to encourage them to keep growing. As I say, there are some, I think there's some aubergines in this row as well, and corn on the cob in there as well. There's sunflowers in there and echiums as well as tomatoes, and then underneath I've got squash, pumpkins, butternut squash, things like that. I just fed the fish. They're all doing well in their pond, and this one here, one's a live bearers, this live bearers, and this one is mostly barbs with some paradise fish. There's a blue one there you can kind of see, and a red one, and ancistrus or bristlenose catfish. Anyway, I hope everyone's well. Cheers.